Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel, and finally my friends, welcome to the beginning of FM21's Project Black Sea series. If you are not aware of what this series is, I will link first episode above for you right now. It explains all the rules, but general terms, basically, we're going to attempt to take a team from one of the countries that borders the Black Sea all the way to the Champions League. We can only manage in those countries. We can jump ship if we wish, so it is sort of a semi-journeyman, but we're just limited to 5 countries. Obviously 6 do border the Black Sea, but Georgia isn't in the game. So we have Bulgaria, we have Romania, Turkey, Ukraine, and Russia, my friends. In that last episode, I asked you to pick one of 5 teams that we should start with. You've done that, my friends. Lots of interesting suggestions were put forward to me. One was even that we should start unemployed. Didn't go with it just because of how many people wanted us to manage the team that we've chosen. Today's episode is officially episode 1. First and foremost, apologies for you having to wait 3 weeks for this, and of course this is going out on Christmas Eve, so I don't know how many of you are going to see it. A very Merry Christmas though, my friends, and the second episode is going to be going out on Boxing Day, so a festive treat basically. As far as the series is concerned and the upload schedule going forward, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday is when you can expect to see this fantastic series on the channel, my friends. So yeah, what we're doing today is introduction to the team, season's expectations, play some games, potentially 1 or 2 games, and then I will explain how the series is going to work going forward between episodes, what needs to happen. If you haven't seen any of my series before, this is going to be brand new to you. For those that are the OGs, the regulars to my Football Manager content, you know how it works. We used to do lots of this over on the old Fandango YouTube channel that no longer exists. It's all now here on DanXG. So my friends, let's get cracking with Project Black Sea. And so here we are, my friends. This is the team that we're going with, and it is Litex Lovech. Obviously, the name is a lot longer than that, but I've shortened it to what they're kind of known as. Bulgarian League is where we're starting, 2nd division. Really, really interesting. This is a league I've never managed in on Football Manager before, so this is going to be a lot of fun, my friends. Now, remember, we can move around this area of the world, basically, if we so wish. You know, we can go to those countries that I mentioned in that short introduction, but this is our starting point. End of the day, we could end up staying with Litex the whole series and trying to take them all the way to the Champions League final. I should add as well, we don't have to win the Champions League final, we just have to get the team there. That's basically the sole purpose of the series, and we don't give up on the series until we have done it, my friends. So yeah, do keep that in mind. But yeah, this is Litex Lovech. I'm just going to take you through the team. I would have shown you a lot of this in that first episode, but in case you didn't see it, and just so we can get a bit more familiar with the club that we're going to be managing, we'll take a quick look, basically. So history-wise, they've actually won 4 FBet leagues. I believe that's the top division, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there you go. That is the top division. They've won the domestic cup, the Kupa Bulgaria, 4 times. The Tora Liga, which is the one we are in, they've won that once before. They've won the Super Cup once. They've won this title that is no longer exists, and they've won this as well, my friends. So, you know, some history in there. I did say before that obviously I know this club a little bit from the Championship Manager days, because they used to have a couple of players that used to play for them that were absolute wonder kids on that game, and I always used to sign them up because it used to cost next to nothing. Obviously prices of footballers has changed since the Football Manager days, but yeah, they used to cost next to and nothing. Take a look at the facilities. You'll see 8,000 seater stadium, so quite a nice size actually. An old stadium was rebuilt in 2011, so it's 9 years old, really, if you're looking at it that way. But yeah, good facilities. We've got fairly basic corporate facilities, good training, good youth, adequate academy and adequate recruitment. We will probably try to work those up, because if we can work those up, then we could probably get some better, you know, regens basically coming through the club, because that's exactly what we want. We want to try and find some absolute diamonds in the rough if we can. We'll take a quick look at the general as well. As you can see, lots of favoured personnel icons and a legend in Petar Hubshov. He's an unemployed manager. So, yeah, that's interesting. Our finances are okay. Owner loves the club. Very cheap match day. I'm not sure how we're going to really be raising the funds domestically. We are going to need to get in Europe. For anyone that see Project Scandinavia, where we attempted to do this but with Scandinavian teams, you will know that getting to European football is really really important in these leagues to build up that finance. We managed to do it with Molby. We're only making the group stages, but you get £13 million for getting to the group stages, and it was helping us massively. So year on year, our bank balances went up. I think by the time we'd finished, I think we had a bank balance of about 70 million. It was just helping us massively in the transfer window. And it doesn't matter who we, manage. We're going to have to do the same thing, in my opinion, unless we end up getting to a very, very big club like a Ludogorets or a Zenit or, someone along those lines, basically. So we're going to have to concentrate on this sort of stuff. But yeah, this is the team. So as far as our hot prospect is concerned, we've got Adrian Sonsev. He looks pretty decent for a fullback. For me, I would like his crossing and dribbling to be a bit better because I like to play more support roles there. His heading is a little low, marking, tackling, but he is only 16 years of age. 2-star current ability, potential to go up to 4-star, potentially 5. So that's quite interesting. His physicals are a bit low, but he's seen as just the hot prospect. As far as our key player is concerned, we've got Plamen Nikolov, a 35-year-old centre-back is our key player. I think that tells you everything you need to know about the league. But yeah, he's going to be our key player this season, club captain as well. So yeah, he's going to be a very, very interesting player for us. As far as vice captains is concerned, we've got Oleg Dmitriov, a 24-year-old centre midfielder. Very good across the board. I do have to say, I've looked at the players and they do all look pretty decent. As far as I am concerned, this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. I did say I was going to show you all this. So we're going for a national A licence. So it's the highest national licence you can get. So we're still going to have to work on our badges. I didn't want this to be too high because we're new into the game. It's our first ever job in management. I didn't want it to go all the way to the Continental Pro badges like I'm one of these people who can afford that before I've even, managed the ball in anger. So yeah, we've gone with the National A badges. Attributes-wise, they're very low, but we'll work on this and they will get up. I always do 20 working with youngsters. The reason for that is I like to build very young, youthful teams, and if you've got that, just helps massively, especially in their development. So always go with that. The attacking, the defending, the tactical, it's all really, really important. So I've upped that a little bit. And then as far as our mentals are concerned, adaptability you need because we're managing abroad. It will help us actually learn our languages quicker. Determination, man management are very good as well, and motivation for getting the team up for it, especially when trying to come back when you're 1 or 2-0 down. So just kind of built my manager with the key thing being that this is going to be very, very difficult to get out of this division, especially the early stages. You need to build up a bit of a reputation for yourself. So that is why I have done that. So that's basically the club. That's the manager. This division that we are in is going to be very difficult to get out of. There's some very, very good teams here. We need to kind of build a squad. We've not really got much of a team. We didn't really have much money to play with. A lot of these loan signings were here already. And I think that rather than going through the team player by player, we will slowly get to learn them over the first sort of 5, 6, 7 episodes. What I'll do is each episode, I'll pick a few players out and I'll show you them. So you can have a look in more detail. I've shown you the key player and the hot prospect in this one. Maybe next episode we'll take a look at the goalkeeper and the defence. Next one after that we'll take a look at the midfield, and so on and so on. Just so you can kind of learn who the players are, and you can then get really attached to certain players. I've not really done that in the past, but because this is going to be my only series on YouTube this year, we're going to have a bit more time basically to be able to take more of a look in depth at the players, gang. So yeah, the squad's pretty good though, I will say that. I think we probably could do with another right back. But I couldn't find one good enough basically to come in. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the squad. I think we've got a pretty decent team and we should be all right this season. Tactically, this is what we're going with. As you can see, the friendlies have really helped us build up, some familiarity with the formation. This, I didn't want to go with this formation. For anyone that's watched my Football Manager stuff in the past, this is my go-to formation that I go to all the time. And I wanted to try something different. I didn't want it to just be the bog standard, same as I always do. But this is the formation the club is most comfortable with. We've learned the formation really quick. To basically build up relationships in pre-season is unprecedented. I've never been able to do that before. So that's quite interesting that I've been able to do that. So what we're actually going with is a 4-2-3-1. We're playing with wide wingers and attacking midfielder. So we're going with a flat back 4. We are going to have the fullbacks on support, so they will get forward and support the midfield area. They will overlap, so there will be plenty of opportunities to cross the ball. I always think think balls out wide into the box, pepper that box. It's good having numerous players that will run at defences as well is pretty good as well. Both centre-backs are set on defend. They will stay back at all times. And then as far as the midfield's concerned, we've got a deep line playmaker to try and ping those balls in. And also we're going to go for ball-winning midfielder, so someone who's just basically do the dirty work and clean up where necessary. Going to go with an advanced playmaker on support to support that striker rather than attack, because I don't really know where we're at the minute. Maybe if we dominate the league, if we really start to push on, I might go to a bit more attacking to try and score a few more goals. And then both wingers for now are going to be on support. Usually I would have one on attack and one on support, but again, because I don't really know the level we're at yet, I'm just going to do the support options at the moment. We've only really got one out and out attackers. That might cost us a little bit early stages, but as I say, we learn as we go on. As far as all of the bits and bobs are concerned, so in possession, we're just going to play with standard width, which means we will go wide, but we'll play through the middle if we need to at times as well. We're always going to look for those overlaps because we've got those fullbacks. Short passing option, I'm not really one to go direct and over the top. Higher tempo as well, like to be able to move the ball around very, very quickly. And we're going to try to work that ball into the box, so basically make the most of our striker and his attributes. In transition, we are always, when we possession has been lost, we're going to regroup. Now, you can counter press when you lose possession, but sometimes it moves players out of position, and if you've got very, very good players, you can get away with it, but a team of our level, I think we need to regroup. In possession, we're going to go with counter when it's been won. I just love counter-attacking football personally anyway. The goalkeeper's going to distribute to those defenders, because we want to try and pass out from the back where possible. And then when we're out of possession, we're going to do prevent goalkeeper distribution. We're going to press really, really urgent, because I really want to put a lot of pressure on the ball. And that is that, my friends. I do have another tactic that I've been working on. Bit of a narrow diamond system, something I've not done before. Tried it in pre-season, it was a bit 50-50, so we will just basically see. This is the formation that is very much suited to the team, basically. Not sure what else there is to show you. Finances, they're not good. We started in the red and we've worked our way out of it, but they're not great, basically, the finances. We're not making too much money, but I think that's to be expected, basically. You usually find that clubs at this level do hemorrhage money a bit more than the clubs in the top division, so promotion is the key, and we need to get promoted as quick as possible. Club vision for this season: develop the club's youth system, sign players under the age of 23, so they are very much on par with what I like to do anyway. Sign Bulgarian players is desired if we can do that. Work within the wage budget, which I think we are managing to do at the moment. Avoid relegation. So they're not even expecting us to be that high up this year, so that's quite interesting. They want us to reach the first round of the cup, and then you will see there's other bits and bobs that are going to take place after this. We have only signed a 1-year deal, so we will have to wait and see what happens. For anyone that watched Project Scandinavia, they will realise that these clubs don't always renew, because when we were at B93 absolutely smashing it, they chose not to renew my contract. We were out of a club. So yeah, it can be very, very frustrating. What else do I really need to show you? Probably not much. What I do want to do is take you to the competition screen, though, and show you our league expectations this season as put forward by the media. Now, the board want us to just stay up, but as far as a season preview is concerned, the media think we have enough to finish in 6th position, which I believe would put us in the playoffs. So that's quite interesting. As far as the dream team is concerned, Nikolov is our player. He's the only one that's managed to make it in, but he has made it in anyway. So that's pretty decent. So I am very, very happy with that. But yeah, we are expected to finish 6th. If we can do that, we've had a very good season. Anything above that, we've overachieved. Anything below, I will consider it a pretty poor year. So we're going to go for it. Hell for leather. Transfers, you will see, I think this is our player. Yeah, I'm trying to move him on. Trying to get him loaned. But transfers in, I believe I signed this guy on loan for the year. A young centre-back. Really, he's a backup option. We just didn't have a lot in the position. Feel free to pause to take a proper look if you want. Bekir Rasim I bought in as well. He's come in on a Free transfer. We needed another attacking midfielder, and he's actually a lot better than what we've already got. So yeah, I brought him in on free transfer, £90 a week, and he's signed for a season. We'll just see how he goes this year and see if we're going to renew it next season. But I think he looks very, very good across the board, and he fills that advanced playmaker role perfectly. It's exactly what we needed. And the last one, Boris Tutyokov, I think is how we're saying that. Apologies if you are Bulgarian and I'm butchering these names. Feel free to get in touch and teach me how to say them properly. I'm a bit like Paul Merson, basically. I'm not too good at this sort of stuff. I'm not sure if I brought this player in. I don't think I did. I think he was already here this season, but sure, he will be an asset. So there you have it, my friends. We are up to a date. Let's move over to the fixtures so I can show you what's been going on. So as far as pre-season is concerned, we played 5 friendlies. You'll see 2 wins, a defeat and 2 draws. The defeat and the draws were when I played the Diamond, and when I played the more familiar system, we won. So that's why I'm sticking with it. I did try both formations though during the course of pre-season, and it's not the worst. We're not the best team. At the end of the day, we're really, really not the best team. Now we are going to play Ludogorets in today's episode. Whether or not we play another game, I will wait and see, because we do play the games in their entirety. Now, the way this series is going to work is every episode I will try to play anything between 1 and 3 games, okay, so that you guys can see it live. But between episodes, I tend to skip through. And with this, because it's a very, very difficult challenge, I skip through quite a few. So I tend to play up to 8 games between episodes, which I know for a lot of people might seem a lot, but this is the sort of series that will go on for years and years and years. Now, Project Scandinavia, we were into our 7th year. We were nowhere near getting near a Champions League final. And we had to stop it because obviously the game had reached the end of its life cycle, unfortunately. So we never managed to achieve it. And now I want to achieve it with this one. So we are going to be playing a hell of a lot of games. And so I am going to be skipping through quite a few games between episodes. So we'll play the Ludogorets game, and then I'll see where we're at for the next match. But then I will move it forward and we'll come back. And then, like I say, every episode will be a 2 or a 3 game episode. I really don't mind how long or short these episodes are anymore. I used to be a real pain for when I keep them under 25 minutes. But to be honest with you, if they're an hour long now, I really don't mind. So I'll just play it by ear each and every episode. But let's get into it, my friends. Let's get into this very first game with Ludogorets as the season is about to kick off. There's lots of new stuff, kicking about basically with the new game. Still getting used to it myself. If you are playing FM20 and you have any tips and stuff on how I could potentially get rid of a few bits, do let me know. It would be very, very much appreciated. But this is the team we are going to go with in our first game against Ludogorets' second team, I should say. Obviously, Ludogorets are the big team in Bulgaria now. So we are going to go with Shalamanov, Trenkov as goalkeeper. Sandov and Ivanov are going to play at fullback. Petrov and Nikolov, a lot of ovs, isn't there, in this part of the world? They're going to play centre-back. Dmitrov and Yankov are going to play centre midfield. We're going to go Bonev and Mitrev on the wings. Bekir Rasim through the middle and Netelshev up top. Butchered it completely. Let's do it. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We walk out onto the football pitch for the very first time in Bulgaria. Now, there's going to be lots of stuff going on the screen. If you're not used to Football Manager, there's going to be lots and lots of stuff going on. Obviously, we've got your match stats up here, and then there's lots of things you can keep an eye on, how Ludogorets formations changing, their average ratings, and so on and so on. And we just kind of manage it from this point, and we try to get the best out of the team. But 15 minutes gone, and I am going to demand a bit more from the entire team. We're not playing too badly. I am still getting used to this. It was very, very different on FM20. It does have to be said, so I'm still getting used to it myself. But first proper highlight of the game, and it looks like it can go the way of Litex, as that's quite nicely done out of the back as Mitrev comes forward with the football. He's going to try and attack this fullback. Good stuff from him. Ball in, and we're going to go. Whoa! It's been disallowed. I think there was a foul in there. I think the player just in front fouled. But that was decent. It's promising. It shows me that we can get in behind the defence. But here we go. Free kick, and they're 1-0 to the good. Of course, that was going to happen. Now, I don't really expect to do too much against Ludogorets' second team, because they're very good at the end of the day. So we will have to wait and see really what happens here. But league table, you're going to see the dugout kind of shares lots of different things with us. You will see that Yankov isn't having a good game, and neither is Sandov, and it might be stuff we might have to look at half time. But yeah, we've been okay. We've had 3 shots, but we've not hurt them at all there. But yeah, they're 1-0 to the good at half time. Right, let's have a little word basically. I do actually think we have been unlucky. Tactics. Let's just take a look at what we're doing tactically. So Yankov is the one that's struggling out there. And I would say, yeah, the ball winning role is his most familiar role. So maybe he's just had a really tough first half. We do have Radkov who could come on, potentially. But I don't really want to make that change at half time. Sandov's the one I'm really worried about at fullback. To have defenders that low rated is a problem. But let's start the second half and we will manage it as we go through. If we can. But not much is happening. I actually think I'm going to go a bit more positive in the game. If it looks as though I'm looking round, I've had to change my setup. I haven't moved my mic over here, basically, gang. But yeah, I'm gonna make changes because this Yankov is not playing well. So we definitely need to get someone on. I'm actually going to bring Jordanev on, and I'm going to go to a box-to-box with Jordanev, and I think Dimitrov. Going to keep him in that deep line role, but we'll just revert him to a defend-minded one. Sandov is having an awful game, absolutely awful. But Petar Petrov is more of a defensive midfielder, I think. But do you know what? We're going to have to make that change because they're playing pretty poor. Striker hasn't really got much going either, has he? He's been pretty woeful. But let's make those 2 changes and. We'll see what happens. Basically, we had to drag them off. They were not having a good game, and at the end of the day, at 1-0, we are still in it as we're on the football now. It was half decent till the ball over the top, which is a ball I don't play. And they're gonna break through. Oh, it's a good effort, but over the bar, high wide, not very handsome. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. Right, think. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're going to have to... Racim's had a really good game. This is the trouble. He's had a very, very good game. So I don't really want to drag him off if I can help it. Bonev and Netsch... they've not had good games. We're going to bring Zerkov on to play up front. I'm going to go on attack with the wingers and hope that can get us forward a bit more, as we do see a free kick just come in. Now, I used to pause it when I was doing all that tactical stuff, but someone used to give me grief for doing so. Right, another free kick. Taking it short this time, though, of Ludogorets. I'm not sure if our change has happened yet, but... Oh, there we go. Lovely win. And that's into Zerkov. Where's he going to go? He's got to do this all on himself. If he scores, what a goal! What a goal that is by Radislav Zerkov. Oh, my God. Beautiful effort. Lovely touch. Goes past the player and then smashes it in the bottom corner. I will absolutely take that all day long. I think we can make more changes than... Because they're telling me I can make another change. But I don't think I'm going to. We're playing all right. That is a brilliant ball from Racim as well. He's had a very, very good game. We're into the dying embers now. 4 minutes added on, ladies and gents. And it's been half decent. We've been very, very even in the game. And I will take a draw. Happily take a draw in that game. Zerkov, the man, comes off the bench and saves the day. If we're looking at the analytics at the end, we've had half decent time of it. Petrov did well when he came on as well. And changing the midfield up definitely helped us. Big time, but even Steven, I will take the draw. Okay, I think I'm actually going to call it there. We've gone through a lot of stuff. I think it's a lot of information to try to to soak up in this first episode. So I'm going to call it there, my friends, but hopefully you've enjoyed this. Do let me know in the comment section below what you've made of it. Let me know if you're excited about the team that we are in charge of, and let me know if you're excited for the rest of the series as well, my friends. We really appreciate it, and make sure you share it with all your mates so they all come along and watch and get involved in the journey as well. But yeah, I'm going to call it there because it was a lot to soak up in today's episode, but a good result nonetheless. I do think that's a very good result. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move forward. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to move forward 7 league games. We'll come back for this cup fixture, the Academics. So they're actually in a lower division. It's a preliminary round. So we'll come back for that. And we'll play Sportist Svog as well in the Vitora Liga. And then, yeah, I'll guarantee those 2 games. And if we've got time, I'll do a 3rd game as well in the episode. What's good is I like to play through and I see how much time we've got, see where we're at on the recording and whatnot. And then I decide, off the bat during the course of the episode. So we'll definitely do the Cup and that league game and Habar potentially as well in next episode. So Kadiana, Lokomotiv, Sofia, Yantra Gabrova, Nektovchmik, wow, that's a name, Sozopol, Septemvri, Sofia, Lokomotiv Gorna, Orikahovica. They're the games I'm going to be managing off screen. Oh my god, these are so difficult to say. I always do it to myself, always do it to myself. You will learn as we go through the years and I do more and more Football Manager series. I never manage really in England. I'm doing a Dagenham and Redbridge stream save, so if you are interested in the Football Manager content and you want to see a bit more, every Monday, Wednesday and some Fridays we are going to be streaming Dagenham and Redbridge live on Twitch for sort of 3-4 hours at a time. So yeah, feel free to go follow the Twitch. You'll find the link in the description, my friends. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Competition screen, the league screen. We're top of the table, but then only a couple of teams have played games so far. But yeah, we'll take that. The rest of the league needs to get going, but I'm pretty happy with that result because Ludogorets surely are going to be one to watch this season, even if it is just their second team. So very happy camper. So there you are, my friends. We're done and dusted for our very first official episode of FM21's Project Black Sea. And what an episode it was. I do hope you enjoy the team that we're with. At the end of the day, the majority wanted us to go to the Litex, and that's why I've done it, my friends. Obviously, we can move around. There's no guarantee that we're going to be here forever. We could get the sack. A huge club could come in. And remember, there's 5 different countries that we can manage in to try to get to the Champions League final. At the end of the day, we need to end up at a club or build a club up to a level that guarantees us that success as well. So there is no guarantee we'll be here all the time. So if you were one of those people that didn't vote for Litex and you're not that happy, stick with the series because there's no guarantees that this is where we're at. Remember, my friends, the next episode is out in a couple of days' time. Do not miss it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Show your appreciation by dropping me some likes, hitting that subscribe button, and all round genuinely getting involved in the comment section. My friends, I am done and dusted. You stay humble, stay safe. Saluting you all, and I'll see you all next time.